Hey everyone, my name is Laura Borth and I'm currently a grad student at UW-Madison. I originally came to Stevens Point for my undergrad because they had a really strong dietetics program, and while I was there I majored in dietetics, German, and I minored in chemistry, and I was also pre-med, and I graduated in 2011. Since graduating from Stevens Point, I moved to the Milwaukee area and I worked as a lab tech for a temp agency for a year, looking at BPA-free can coatings under microscope, creating paint colors for construction equipment. And after that year as a lab tech, I moved to Michigan, where I did my dietetic internship at the University of Michigan Hospital. And after that, I took my exam and I became a dietitian. And during that year in Michigan, I applied for a program called CBYX. It's the Congress Bundestag's Youth Exchange for Young Professionals. And it was created in 1983 to foster good ties between Germany and the U.S. And it's funded through the State Department in their education sub-department. And around 600 people apply in the U.S. every year for 75 spots for the young professionals. We come from all over the U.S., and we're supposed to be a representative cohort of Americans. So they send us over to Germany for a year, and in that year we do a 2-month language program, a semester at a university, and then we find our own internship, and we do that for about 5 months. Since it's an exchange, they place us freely in any state in Germany, and they have to have young professionals in every single state. The cool thing about the exchange is that 75 Germans are chosen through their Congress members and sent over to the U.S. for the same experience, where there is a couple German young professionals in every state. Angela Merkel thinks that this program is important, and in 2015, when the State Department wanted to cut its funding, she talked to Obama about how important it is for youth from different countries to learn from each other. What I got out of this program is research experience. While I was at Stevens Point, I didn't do research, and I now work in research. What I did in Stevens Point was I tutored in the sciences, I volunteered with people, but I was lacking research to apply to grad school. So I did my semester at the Technical University of Munich. It's a very science-heavy university, and through that university I did a 5-month internship in pancreatic cancer research with a molecular oncology professor. And this was the exact type of research I needed, and not the entire reason why I was accepted to grad school, but it was a big part of it. I now research the genetics of diabetes in a biochemistry lab, and I'm a first-year grad student in biomolecular nutrition. Something that I think is really important about study abroad, about learning languages, about these types of exchanges, is that it promotes bigger thinking, outside the box thinking, and flexibility. Something that is becoming increasingly necessary for scientists and grad students to succeed is flexibility, and even proof of flexibility and proof of open-mindedness. For postdocs, for industry everywhere, they want to know that you can work in a global economy. They want to know that you can be flexible. So something that's really good about CBYX, about Fulbright, about all the State Department education programs is that it makes you flexible. You learn another language, you learn another culture. So I speak German. That's the only other language I speak, and I think it's been incredibly useful. And once I have my PhD, I hope that I can postdoc in Germany. And even if I don't postdoc in Germany, I'm still going to come into contact with German researchers through collaborations. And even the professor I work under is going to Munich next summer to work with a lab and review its diabetes program. So I think that any science undergrad who can study abroad, who can learn another language, it will be at an advantage when they try to enter the workplace or try to go to grad school. And if there are any questions I can ask, since I obviously couldn't be there today, feel free to ask Professor Barska for my contact information, and I am definitely willing to answer any questions that I can. I loved going to Stevens Point, and I want other science undergrads to also be successful.